Thank you for joining us this morning. We're very happy and pleased to have you here for this interview today. Just to start off, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me here, and I'm excited to talk to you about the foundation. So, my background, I guess I originally was an athletic training student way back in the late '80s, early '90s. I graduated from Oregon State University as an undergraduate, so from the West Coast. You know, After that, I went on and pursued my master's degree at San Jose State University, and then from there, I ended up getting a job at West Point at the United States Military Academy at West Point. So I came out, started working there, taught in the Department of Physical Education for several years, and continued to pursue my education. Ended up getting my PhD at the University of Albany, and then subsequently also got a master's in public health through Johns Hopkins University. So as the president, obviously I help to provide leadership for the organization, help to make sure that we're moving in the direction that the board has set for the foundation, make sure we're following our vision, our mission, and achieving our strategic priorities. A lot of that is really aligned with supporting education in the profession of athletic training through scholarships, through other initiatives that we have, as well as providing research funding for our emerging scholars as well as our established scholars to help provide the evidence that's necessary for us to be a scientifically based profession. So it really was kind of organic. Obviously, I knew I wanted to be involved with the foundation. I really am passionate about the mission of the foundation to help support students, to help support our emerging scholars, to help provide funding for research that's going to impact the practice of the profession. So I really wanted to be involved with the foundation. Originally, I just kept pestering the foundation staff, letting them know that I really wanted to be involved, and eventually I got the opportunity to be involved. That really helped drive why I wanted to be involved. In terms of leadership, I started as an at-large member, like I said, so providing overall guidance for the board, for the organization, learn more about how the foundation works. I guess I did an okay job in my role as an at-large director, so I was elected to be vice president of operations. Through that, I learned even more about the foundation. As the vice president of operations, I was involved with overseeing the bylaws, the policies and procedures, strategic planning for the organization, so that gave me a good idea of where the organization was and where it was headed. And then when the president stepped down, I was encouraged to step up and fill the presidency role. Probably not something I would have sought out on my own, but the organization had a need, and I was encouraged to do it. So that's why I ended up running for president. So I really think the foundation benefits the profession in a number of ways. So obviously, we talked about we provide research grants, which provide support for athletic trainers who are either established or emerging scholars, so that they can do research, so that they can hopefully provide research. A lot of times, a key to getting additional funding to support your research is generating some preliminary data, and then you write another research grant and get more funding. So we help to provide that initial funding to get that preliminary data, so scholars can kind of launch their trajectory in terms of research. From the student side, we expose students to research by giving them funding to do projects that they might not otherwise be able to do without that funding. So that's a huge impact, I think, on the profession. Our scholarships program, we provide 60 to 70 scholarships a year for students, so that also is a large impact. We provide a number of other services. We provide a faculty mentor program, which is set up for early career faculty members. It helps establish relationships with an established mentor, where they learn more about how to set a research agenda, how to balance work and life, and how to manage promotion, those types of things. We also provide information on how to translate emerging research to clinical practice. Our Educational Resources Committee puts out a monthly hot topic where they really focus on that translation to hopefully bring research to the clinic for our clinicians. So we also sponsor and drive the position statements that the NATA puts out. we collaborate with the NATA on that. The pronouncements committee within the foundation helps facilitate those, so those wouldn't happen without the foundation. So I think those are a number of ways that we are able to impact the profession. So I think one of the most important things for people to know is that the foundation is really a separate organization. We have a shared interest with the NATA and the other strategic alliance partners to advance the profession, to help grow the profession, but really we're a separate entity. We have our own leadership structure, we have our own funding streams, again, primarily through donations, but we really are a separate organization, and we work together with our other strategic alliance partners whenever we can, but you know, we are an independent organization. We rely on independent donors to help support us, help support the mission of the foundation. I think the other thing that's really critical for students to know is that, you know, we have a lot of opportunities available to support students through our scholarships program. Like I said, 60 to 70 scholarships we provide each year to students, so that programming is really available to students. And you know, I encourage all students to apply for those scholarships. We also have a number of research grants that are really set aside for students, both at the master's and the doctoral level. So seek those out if you're doing research, if you're doing a project that you want to try and do that maybe you requires some funding. You know, I would definitely explore those. Those are available to students, and also the resources, the educational resources that we talked about, the research to clinical practice memos that we put out, the pronouncements committee putting out the position statements. Those are really helpful to students as well as practicing athletic trainers. So I think the most important thing is learn about the foundation, learn what's available through the foundation to help support students, and you know, reach out if you have any questions. We're happy to answer any questions you might have. You know, get out there and get involved. I mean, talk to your mentors, talk to anybody, send emails. You know, people are generally responsive to students who are interested in getting involved. Seek out opportunities. I know with the student delegation, there are opportunities to initially get involved. You know, you start to network with other professionals, and then that provides other opportunities to get involved. So seek out opportunities wherever you can to get involved. You never know what opportunity may lead to another opportunity. That's kind of always how I've been, and I think you get more out of serving, volunteering, than you put into it in terms of the time and the effort. Just because you meet great people, you work with great people, you work with people who have a shared vision of moving an organization forward or a committee forward, changing things for the better. It really is a great opportunity to network, but also to have an impact on the profession at whatever level. And those experiences help prepare you for higher level leadership and experiences. So take advantage of those, reach out to people, and start early. You know, seek out any opportunity you have to make yourself either personally or professionally a better clinician, a better person, a better leader. You know, the time that you invest in that not only helps you, but it also helps the organization that maybe you were volunteering for. So really seek out those opportunities. You never know what's going to be important. When I originally got my job at West Point, I was hired not because of my athletic training background or my athletic training experience, because everybody that was applying for the job had that. The reason I got hired was because I was also a lifeguard instructor, and a swimming instructor, which, you know, that was just kind of my summer job. I really didn't think that would be important, but that's what the organization needed. So you never know what's going to be important, so always try and, you know, seek out additional certifications, additional skill qualifiers, additional trainings where you can to make yourself more valuable, more marketable, but also to just improve yourself. I mean, participating in those types of activities typically have a lot of benefit, not just in terms of career advancement, but also just developing yourself as a person and as a leader.
All right, well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you coming to talk, so thank you very much.
I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and talk about the foundation. Like we talked about, that's one of my key roles, is to help educate people about what we do, what services we have available. So anything we can do to help students learn about the foundation, help them get involved, apply for our scholarships, we're happy to do that.